Hey everybody, Joe, Redneck Collector, coming at you with another video. This time I've got an SGC order that just returned actually a couple days ago. I haven't had time to make a video, but this was for the 70s and 80s special. So pretty excited to share. I did a before video and an after video, so you can see kind of what I guessed on the grades and how they turned out. And I have to say, overall, pleasantly surprised. Feeling pretty good. Got another stack here, maybe gonna go to SGC. But I will say I am disappointed with the turnaround time. SGC, it was one of the things I've graded a few different orders with SGC in the last few months, and they've all came back in like that 2 to 3 week time period. But this one, turnaround time was like closer to a month, just shy of a month, I think. So not that it's a real big deal, and I know a lot of you are going to say, "Oh, well, PSA is longer." Well, my last PSA was like 6 weeks maybe, so not a whole lot of gap there when you're talking about this particular order and my last PSA order. I know in the past, PSA has been taking longer and SGC has been shorter, but I'm just giving you as of now, in early March 2025. It seemed to me, just based on this small anecdotal evidence, SGC is kind of gummed up at the moment. So, makes me wonder, how much volume they can really they can handle. But overall, no complaints about the levels of service and my grades, any of that. I'm pretty happy with. Yeah, I got another group here that I've been going back and forth, PSA, SGC, I don't know. And I still don't know. I may change my mind. It's probably not going to go out real soon. I got vacation coming up here, things like that, other things going on. It's one of the reasons I haven't made a video in like a week, is had a lot going on. So, but anyway, we're going to spin the camera around. I'm going to show you the before and the after, and you can see how I did with this 9-card SGC order from the 70s and 80s special that SGC ran. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so here's the cards that I'm going to send off for SGC's 70s and 80s special that they got going on right now. I'm going to send them off. The local card shop is participating, so I'm going to send them off through Elite Collectibles, and this will be the first one. So this Willie is rough. Now this is from the Redneck Grail collection, so I have less than $1 in this card. So even with it being rough, I think it is, it's a high number. It's Willie. It's got some issues, the chipping, and that has a little bit of surface there. So I'm hoping for a 3 on this card, but we'll see how we do. But be nice to have it slabbed up. Next, also from the Redneck Grail collection, this one is 73 Willie. His last card, in the Mets uniform, and it is pretty far off center. But the back is not too bad. I'm hoping to get a 4 on this card. I give these grades. I have not graded, I don't think, any 70s or 80s cards with SGC ever before, so I don't know what to expect. I'm going to call this a 4, but, maybe I get surprised and get a 5. But the centering is pretty rough. But once again, Redneck Grail collection, I have less than $1 into this card. Next up, another 73. This is 73 Aaron. It's centered up pretty nice. Back is not too awful bad. Some chipping, off-centered a little bit there on the top. But my hope is that I can possibly bring home a 6. Maybe that's a little pie in the sky. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure what to expect with SGC on these 70s cards. They might be a little bit tougher, but we'll see what happens. And then next, 73 Clemente. This is one of Mike Payne's 300 greatest baseball cards. It is an awesome card. The 73 being his last card. Little OC, very OC on the back, though. It got me worried a little bit. If it wasn't for that, I would hope for maybe a little bit better, but I'm guessing I'm going to say a 5 on that Clemente. Next up, recent pickup. Got a really good deal. Love this. One of my favorite Nolan Ryan cards. The 72 high number. Centering is not bad at all. Back is pretty clean, fairly well centered. It is this corner that holds it back, and I don't know if I can, probably camera's not going to pick it up just quite right. Yeah, maybe a little bit there. You can see it's got a little fold, little bend to it. So otherwise, I think this is a 7. But with that, I think that's going to hold it back. So I'm going to go with a 5.5. I'm going to say this is going to get that half grade. Next, from the same seller as the Ryan, this is the 72 Maze. So I didn't have the Maze in order, but I'll be grading a 71 Maze, 72 Maze, 73 Maze. So same thing with this. It's got a little bit of a touch corner down here. I think this would be strong if it wasn't for, a couple corners. Actually, it's that one that's a little bit worse. So, but centering is really good. Same thing. I probably would have said it would be a 7 if those corners were a little bit better. So I'm going to go 5.5 on this too. I really don't know what to expect. So I'm kind of pulling these numbers out of my rear end. Next up is the 1980 Rickey Henderson rookie card. This is also from the Grow collection. So less than $1 into this thing. And look at the centering, man, just absolutely, this is really, really, really nice centering on this card. Corner's got a little bit of touch to him, it's not a perfect card. It's got, I think that's a little bit of a gum stain on the back, so I don't know how hard they'll hit that. I said a 6, but, with all things being equal, with less than $1 in the card, if it comes back a 5, I'm okay with that. Next up, a couple cards from my Twinkie collection buy. And that is on the card, I believe, there. But this is a 1974 Bill Walton rookie card. It's a really nice, clean copy of this card. If it wasn't for that, I'm still going to say a 7. I'm going to hope that this brings home a 7. But, I don't know. We'll see. But cool. Looks like the Wolfman in that picture to me. Like that awesome chin strap beard and his hair flowing the way it is. Cool card. And I have not very much tied up in that either. I don't know that I ever broke that down by card, but probably way less than $1. But there was a lot more commons in that group that I bought. But this was in that same group, the Twinkie collection. Here's a Kareem. This is card number 1 from that year. Back's pretty clean. I'm going to say the same thing on here. I'm going to hope for a 7 on this card. Hopefully it will come through and I'll pull 7s on these last 2. But if not, it'll be a learning experience. I'll get to learn a little bit more about what SGC maybe grading standards are in the 70s, and I have one card from the 80s. So there you have it. I will be back in just a minute with the reveal. All right, so I'm going to roll through these in the same order that you saw in the previous video, and we'll see exactly how I did. And I think I can remember what I said about these grades, but first up was the 71 Maze, high number. Try to keep the glare to a minimum there. You can see it's a well-loved card, but like I pointed out before, I don't have very much tied up in it, and it's Willie Mays. I thought this was going to get a 3. SGC thought it deserved a 4, and who am I to argue with them? I'll take it every day, all day. We're going to skip the card stands this time because I had problems with those last time, and one of y'all called me out on that, so we'll just lean them up there. Maybe we'll do some card stands in front. Next up was another Willie, his last card, 73, in the Mets uniform, complete with dog hair on it. We'll get the dog hair off there. There's dog hair all over my basement. Not really all over my basement, but it's not hard to find any. So we've got a card here that I thought was, maybe going to be a 4. It is OC, but still a beautiful Willie card. Love the old man Willie image. And SGC thought, hey, Joe, this is a 5. And once again, who am I to argue? Keeping with the 73 motif, we had the Hammer and Hank. I love 73 imagery. It's a little bit of mix like with the Willie before and some cool action shots. I know some people are not a big fan of it. Reminds me a little bit of, Stadium Club imagery. So I really like the 73s. And I thought this was a pretty solid copy, fairly well centered. And I thought it might have a chance at a 6. And by God, I got the 6. Next up, Mr. Clemente's last card, little OC. I think this is the one on the back. Didn't show the backs on all the others, but this one's really off-centered on the back. But anyway, I thought this was, I think I called this one a 6, but I thought they might have hammered that centering a little bit harder. But another pleasant surprise. came home with a 6.5. And this is this is a nice card, you know, having a 6.5. One of Mike Payne's 300 Great Baseball cards. I like it. I am not disappointed in that. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way so I can do the next. I got 9 cards total. So far, so good. Next up was this card I picked up not too long ago, the beautiful 72 Nolan Ryan. I love this card. I know some people don't like it because the, as my man Jason, the Everyday Card Collector, points out, it wasn't airbrushing. They literally, I guess, overlaid that on the image, and it's not great. But I still like the look of the card. I still think it's cool. It's a high number. I thought they would hit me with the 5.5 because, you know, I'm famous for this half grades, and I got me a 6. So very, very happy with that card, especially for what I paid for it. Same up with this one here. Another 72. This time we got the Willie. So I subbed a 71 Willie, a 72, and a 73. So knocking some off my Willie player run with this sub. This one here, I believe I said the same thing. I think I said 5.5. Very similar to the Nolan in condition. So I thought I'd get the 5.5 on it. And they thought it deserved a 6. And I'm happy to take the 6. Next up was my lone 80s card, and this was from the Redneck Girl collection, a really nicely centered 1980 Topps Ricky Henderson rookie card. I did not, I had you know, this and another raw, but I didn't have any graded, and I thought this is definitely the better copy because of the centering, the eye appeal. I really liked it, so I thought, man, I'm gonna get this graded. And I think I said would like to see a 6, thought it might be a 6, but felt like they'd give it a 5. Well, it turns out they thought it was a 6. And I dig it. Very happy to have that one checked off my Hall of Fame rookie card list. And then I'm going to end with a couple basketball cards here. And the first one here is, 1974-75 Topps, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is card number 1. Felt like these cards were really clean. I really thought they had a chance at a 7, both this and the next card. But this was one of my, and I really can't say I'm disappointed because this card I got for a song, next to nothing. Love it. I think it's a cool image. So to get a 6 on it, I'm going to take it 8 days a week. Same with the next one. Now this is Bill Walton's rookie card. I love it. It is straight 70s. The image, the image is just fantastic. I thought this had a chance at a 7. It's crazy, the breakpoint and pricing sometimes on cards, and I don't remember exactly what a 6 is, but a 7 like doubled. I think a 6 was like $80 or something, $75, and a 7 is like $180, something like that. And I thought this had a shot at the 7, but I got me a 6.5. So I am not mad about that either. So overall, I'm very pleased with this. It's one of the reasons that I'm really leaning towards doing some more cards with SGC here soon. So I would say look forward to seeing one of those videos in the near future. And let me know down below how you think I did. I mean, overall, I'm pleased as punch. These are all, staying in the PC. So happy to have them. Happy to bring them on board. Thanks for watching.